Hello, 9th standard. Have a good day. Today we are continuing video session number 25. So far we have learned economic biology unit 23, and in that we are going to continue part 2. Say what you have learned in presentation with the figures and just summing up with the explanation, some more explanation and description as we call. சரியா? Now this economic biology, what do we know? What do you understand the topic? Biology we know. Economic biology, it is about the useful and harmful activities of plants and animals. Especially these plants and animals, how they are useful to the human society. Same way, harmful to the human society. But in our lesson, we are concerned with the useful activity. In what way commercially they are helping to the humankind. That is economic biology. Right? And lastly, we studied the improvement of crops, otherwise food resources, and its management person. Yeah. Under that, we studied about the different types of crops, and then how do we protect them, how do we grow them, and yeah. Under the heading agriculture. Is it not? Now, that agriculture normally dealing with the plants, and that agriculture, it has many applied branches, and those applied branches of agriculture is horticulture. I hope you understand. Agriculture or applied branch la horticulture. What do we know? Horticulture is the science. Horticulture is the branch of agriculture that deals with cultivation of fruits, vegetables, and derived fruits, vegetables, flowers, and so on and so on. And the different combination. That is horticulture. I repeat, horticulture is a branch of agriculture that deals with cultivation of fruits, vegetables, and combination of those as in different types of method of growing it. Okay. Now this word horticulture derived from the Latin word hortus, meaning garden, and collire means cultivation. So we say it is both science and art of growing plants with improved growth, quality, yield, and disease resistance. Now this horticulture, pomology is the study of fruits, study of fruit farming method, that is pomology. Then olericulture is vegetable farming, study of method of growing vegetables, that is olericulture. And under that we have three subheadings as kitchen garden, commercial garden, and vegetable forcing. What are kitchen garden, commercial garden, and vegetable forcing? I hope you could follow this. That's our presentation. Then greenhouse. Greenhouse normally in a field when a plant is grown, it is protected with the we have brinjal ஒரு பெரிய தோட்டத்தில் க்ரோ பண்ணியிருக்கோம் வச்சுக்கோ. அதுக்கு வந்து இந்த க்ரீன் ஹவுஸ் மாதிரி இந்த க்ரீன் கிளாத் கட்டுவாள் அண்ட் required weather condition, that is greenhouse. Okay, ஒரு நிமிஷத்துக்கு go through பண்ணுறேன். Next வந்து floriculture, that is flowering. Flower forming வந்து floriculture. We have uses of flowers. அது வந்து நீ போட்டுருக்கணும், ஈஸியாக சொல்லிக்கிறேன். Then landscape gardening. Landscape gardening நான் சொன்னேன், it is for decorative purpose. Plants are grown for decorative purpose. ஒரு பெரிய பார்க்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா there are beautiful plants which are cut according to our innovative ideas. அது சில பார்க்கலாம் பார்த்தா பூனை மாதிரி, மயில் மாதிரி, யானை மாதிரிலாம் கட் பண்ணியிருப்போம். நம்ம புக்கில் 2 மனுஷங்க சும்மா கை கோத்துட்டு இருக்குது கட் பண்ணி வச்சுருப்பாரு செடியை. That is landscape gardening. Okay, this is for horticulture. And second one about manure. Again, it is as 3 types: animal manure, compost, and green manure. Animal manure, again, it is of 2 types: farmyard manure and sheep and goat manure. Farmyard manure and sheep and goat manure. Farmyard manure என்ன சொன்னேன், it is as farmyard னா இந்த தோட்டத்தில் நிறைய செடி கொடியெல்லாம் வருங்க, சருகெல்லாம் இருக்குங்க, அதுதான் farmyard manure. It is a mixture of cattle dung, urine, litter material. Litter material is the சருகு, குப்பை, அதெல்லாம் litter material and other dairy waste. On an average, well decomposed farmyard manure contains 0.5 nitrogen, 0.2 available phosphate and 0.5 available potash. இதில் நான் எப்பவுமே சொல்லியாச்சு, நான் மட்டும் போர் அடிக்கல. And then sheep and goat manure அந்த percentage உனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். இதெல்லாம் 3% nitrogen, 1% phosphorus pentoxide and 2% potassium oxide. The next one, compost is a soil conditioner as well as fertilizer. Compost is a soil conditioner as well as compost is a soil conditioner as well as fertilizer that are rich in nutrients. நான் எப்போ வச்சிருந்த லெசன் தொடங்கினாலும் you please have a notebook and the textbook. புக் வாங்கி வச்சிருந்தா அதையும் கையில் வச்சுக்கணும். Okay. Now it is produced by natural decomposition of organic matter such as crop residue, animal waste, food waste, industrial and municipal waste by microorganisms. Green manure example: sun hemp, Sesbania, Acilratia and Sesbania species. இதெல்லாம் அகட்டிக் இருக்குல்ல அந்த வெரைட்டி. கோத்ரூ பண்ண will continue as we have been doing manure as animal manure, under that farmyard and sheep and goat manure, compost, green manure. In the description below I already said. Then about biofertilizer and the types are Rhizobium, Azospirillum, Acetobacter, Mycorrhiza and Azolla. This is very important brief answer. You have to learn. Then medicinal plants. Medicinal plants, அது வந்து இது ஆயுஷ் அதோட எக்ஸ்பான்ஷன் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். சரி, அண்ட் தென் இது வந்து சும்மா கோ த்ரூ பண்ணிக்கோ ஃபார் ஒன் மோர் கொஸ்டின். மகப்படாயிட ஃபெமிலியராக இருக்கணும். தென் மஷ்ரூம் கல்டிவேஷனில் வந்து methods are there are more than 3000 types of mushroom. Methods on the composting, spawning, casing, pinning and harvesting. That is pinning method important. Mycelium starts to form little bud which will develop into mushroom. Those little white buds are called pins. இந்த இடத்துல இப்படி தூக்கி நிற்கிறதுல அது பேர் pins. சரி, then harvesting. Mushroom grow better in 15 degree centigrade to 23 degree centigrade and they grow up to 3 centimeters in a week, which is the normal size for harvesting. Mushroom cultivation again important. Brief answer 5 mark question. Edana appo mushroom cultivation biofertilizer important 5 mark. Seriya, and then about hydroponics. Hydroponics is a method of growing plants without soil using mineral nutrient solutions in water. It is a container made of glass or metal or plastic. They range in size from small pot for individual plant to huge tank in the diagram part. Then it is successfully employed for commercial production of seedless cucumber and tomato, the plants. Then they are suspended with their roots submerged in water that contain plant nutrients. The roots absorb water and nutrients but do not perform anchoring function. So normally hydroponics வந்து soilless culture சொல்லுவாங்க. Same way air வச்சு aeroponic, aquaponics வந்து both system of combination of conventional aquaculture with hydroponics in symbiotic environment in which plants are fed with the aquatic animal excreta or waste. I hope you are able to follow this. So here in this session we have learned horticulture, pomology, olericulture, greenhouse, floriculture, landscape gardening, manure heading, animal manure, compost and green manure. These are important. Then biofertilizer important 5 mark short answer. Mushroom cultivation short answer. இது மூணுமே short answer க்கு உண்டு. இதெல்லாம் hydroponics, aeroponics and aquaponics. அதுல hydroponics வந்து ரொம்ப important. So hydroponics are ரொம்ப important. I hope you are able to follow this. I hope are you clear? So இது வந்து மறுபடியும் go through பண்ணு. வீடியோ 24 இது பிக்சரோட செல்ஃப் எக்ஸ்பிளனேட்டரி. இது வந்து நான் உங்களுக்கு ப்ரீஃப் சம்மரைஸ் தான் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். வித் தட் யூ வில் லேர்ன் திஸ் பார்ட் ஆஃப் தி botany portion. We will continue in the next session. Thank you. Hello, 9th standard. Have a good day. We will continue this video number 26, Economic Biology as part 2. Just now we have been doing with the blackboard about the introduction of the economic biology. Under that we have done horticulture, where horticulture is a branch of agriculture that deals with cultivation of fruits, vegetables and it is derived from the Latin word hortus, that means garden, and collidi meaning to cultivate, right? So the horticulture is both the science and art of growing plants with improved growth, quality, yield and with the resistance to diseases. As we know, it is of 4 categories as pomology, fruit farming, olericulture, vegetable farming, floriculture, flower farming and landscape gardening. I hope you can recollect this, right? Then pomology, we have seen with the figure presentation, pomology or fruit farming, and then olericulture, vegetable farming. Under that we have kitchen gardening and commercial gardening and greenhouse, or it is called polyhouse. And under vegetable farming we have vegetable forcing. Vegetable forcing is a method of growing vegetables in building greenhouses, cold farms, and it is the most intensive type of vegetable growing. Example, cabbage, tomato and brinjal. I hope you could recollect this. And then under the heading we have done advantage greenhouse or polyhouse and its advantages as disease-free plants can be produced continuously. Water requirement of crop is very less. Yield is very high compared to outdoor cultivation, and limited pesticide is needed, and it protects plants from uncertain weather. I hope you can remember this. And then we have done flower farming with the a picture comes in a tulip and a roses flower, and then uses of flowers. Landscape gardening na the பெரிய பார்க்ல எல்லாம் இந்த செடி எல்லாத்தையும் with a different size and shape, யானை, குதிரை, முயல், மனுஷன், நம்ம புக்ல மனுஷன் இருக்க ரெண்டு பேர், அந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் கட் பண்ணி விடுவா. That is landscape gardening, right? இதெல்லாம் just commercial importance. And then very important one next what you are going to do is manuring. It is as bio-manuring. Under the heading we have done animal manure, where it is farmyard manure and sheep and goat manure. As I said, farmyard manure is very important here, where it is a mixture of cattle dung, urine, litter material na kuppa, litter material and other dairy waste. And then on an average, all well decomposed farmyard manure, it contains 0.5 nitrogen, 0.5% nitrogen, 0.2% available phosphate and 0.5% available potash. Same way for sheep and goat manure, 3% nitrogen, 1% phosphate pentoxide and 2% potassium oxide. இது ரெண்டுல ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ. farmyard manure வந்து பாயிண்ட் தான், இதுல வந்து full amount. And then about compost we have done, and then green manure, it is obtained by collection and decomposition of green leaves, twigs of trees, field burned, and it improves the soil texture, it increases water holding capacity and decreases soil by loss of soil erosion, and it also helps in reclamation of alkaline soil and reduces weed proliferation. Weed na enna sonne, unwanted plants, they are weed proliferation. And it is a manure obtained from undecomposed green material derived from leguminous plants. What does it mean? இந்த செடியில வேர்க்கடலை, அந்த கொத்தவரங்காய், அந்த மாதிரி காயெல்லாம் பறிச்சாட்டு காஞ்சி செடி இருக்கும் இல்லையா, அதெல்லாம் when it is allowed to decompose, it forms the green manure, right? The next most important வந்து it is biofertilizer. Under biofertilizer we have done about the types: rhizobium, azospirillum, acetobacter, mycorrhiza and azolla. I repeat, types of biofertilizers: rhizobium, azospirillum, acetobacter, mycorrhizae and azolla, right? And then medicinal importance. மெடிசினல் இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ்ல வந்து உனக்கு வந்து ஆயுஷ் பத்தி தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். ஆயுஷ்னாக்க அதோட எக்ஸ்பான்ஷன் ஆயுர்வேதா, யோகா, யுனானி, சித்தா and homeopathy. I repeat, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. That is the expansion for Ayush. And then we have drugs derived from medicinal plants. அதில் வந்து உனக்கு தமிழ் நேமும் botanical name தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும் and disease cures, acid curing. நார்மலா கத்தாழை சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, that is called aloe vera. And then நன்னாரி, நிலவேம்பு, நம்ம ஸ்கூல்ல நிலவேம்பு கஷாயம் குடிப்போம் இல்லையா, அதோட பைனாமியல் தெரியணும். ஆண்ட்ரோகிராஃபிஸ் paniculata and வெட்பாலை, it is Wrightia tinctoria. அது மாதிரி and Cinchona maram, Cinchona officinalis, it is for quinine is extracted from the bark of Cinchona that causes that cures the disease malaria and pneumonia. அது மாதிரி இதெல்லாம் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டா உனக்கு வந்து தமிழ் நேம், பொட்டானிக்கல் நேம், ட்ரக் கிடைக்கிறது and then parts used, disease cured. அது வந்து உனக்கு தெரியணும். Okay, now we will see mushroom cultivation. Mushroom cultivation is a technology growing mushroom using plant, animal and industrial waste. In short, it is well thought of waste technology. சொல்லிருக்கேன்ல, நம்ம வந்து இப்போ வந்து இது ஒரு small scale industry business ஆயிடுது. As such, in short, it is well thought of waste technology. It is gained importance worldwide because of its dietary fiber. Fiber food வந்து இதுல நிறைய இருக்கு and its protein value. It gains importance due to presence of fiber, dietary fiber, roughage and protein value. Okay, mushroom is a fungi belonging to Basidiomycetes. Normally, mushroom structure, fungal structure enna solliruken, the fungal cell is formed of fungal cellulose and then it is formed of the plant body called mycelium, which in turn is formed of a structure called hyphae, and that hyphae will give rise to the fruit body or the reproductive structure, and under that there are different types. One among that is the Basidiomycetes mushroom. சரியா, காளான் சொல்லுவோம்ல, நாய்க்குடை, அதான். And then it is rich in protein, fibers, vitamins and minerals. Mushroom is a fungi belonging to Basidiomycetes. It is rich in proteins, fibers, vitamins and minerals. I hope you are able to follow this. There are more than 3000 types of mushrooms. நமக்கு example கொடுத்திருக்கிறது வந்து button mushroom, agaricus bisporus. இது வந்து edible. Edibleனா இதெல்லாம் சாப்பிடக்கூடியது. Some of them are poisonous mushroom. அதனால carefully select பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். Okay, 1 minute. We have to choose whether it is poisonous or non-poisonous. நம்ம புக்ல உள்ள எக்ஸாம்பிள்ல non-poisonous. Button mushroom, agaricus bisporus, oyster mushroom, pleurotus species, paddy straw mushroom, Valvarella valvaceae, and it takes 1 to 3 months. I repeat 3 examples: button mushroom, agaricus bisporus, oyster mushroom, pleurotus species, and paddy straw mushroom, Valvarella valvaceae. I hope you are able to follow this. Now this mushroom cultivation, there are stages for mushroom cultivation are composting, spawning, casing, pinning, harvesting and preservation. What are all? Composting, spawning, casing, pinning, harvesting and preservation. What is composting? Composting is prepared by mixing paddy straw with a number of organic materials like cow dung and inorganic fertilizers. I repeat, compost is prepared by mixing paddy straw with a number of organic materials like cow dung and inorganic fertilizers. It is kept at about 50 degree centigrade for 1 week. This is a small scale business. Next stage on the spawning is the mushroom seed. Mushroom seed the mushroom grow pandradhula adu peru seed, young mushroom. Spawn is the mushroom seed. It is prepared by growing fungal mycelium in grains under sterile condition. Fungal mycelium sonala, the plant body is called mycelium, which in turn formed a filamentous hyphae. So it is prepared by growing fungal mycelium in grains. Grains na normally the vacuole போட்டிருப்பா. அதான் அந்த பேடி இது சொல்லணும், பேடி ஸ்ட்ரா மஷ்ரூம். அந்த பேடி ஸ்ட்ரா அந்த வைக்கோலுக்குள்ள இதை கல்டிவேட் பண்ணுவா. அண்ட் ஸ்பான் இஸ் சோன் ஆன் கம்போஸ்ட். அதுக்கப்புறம் அது கொஞ்சம் முளைச்சாட்டு அதை கம்போஸ்டுக்குள்ள போடுவா. வாட் இஸ் கம்போஸ்டிங்னா ப்ரிப்பேர்ட் பை மிக்சிங் பேடி ஸ்ட்ரா வித் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஆர்கானிக் மெட்டீரியல்ஸ். இதெல்லாம் கவுடங் அண்ட் இன்ஆர்கானிக் ஃபர்டிலைசர்ஸ். This is spawning. I hope you are able to follow this. Then casing, compost is covered with a thin layer of soil. It gives support to the growing mushroom, provides humidity and helps to regulate the temperature. That's casing. Casing spelling correct nu check பண்ணிக்கிறேன். Compost is covered with thin layer of soil. நம்ம இந்த பேடி ஸ்ட்ரா வைக்கோல் வச்சிருக்கோம்ல, அது மேல கொஞ்சம் மணலை தூவணும். Covered with a thin layer of soil. It gives support to growing mushroom, provides humidity and helps to regulate the temperature. Then pinning, இது casing step. Next step is pinning. Mycelium starts to form a little bud which will develop into mushroom. Those little bud are called pins. The arrow katremar indapdi molachu irukla arrow la katremar idella the pins. These little buds are called pins. I hope you are able to follow this. So pinning, mycelium starts to form a little bud which will develop into mushroom, and those little white buds are called pinning. I hope you could follow this. The next is the harvesting. Mushrooms grow better in 15 degree centigrade to 23 degree centigrade temperature. They grow 3 centimeter in a week, which is the normal size for harvesting. So when it grows up to 3 centimeter, it is good for harvesting. And the third week, the first flesh mushroom can be harvested. So around the third week of growth cultivation, the first set of mushroom can be harvested. Harvested na cut panni eduthukalam. So harvesting la mushroom grow better in 15 degree centigrade to 23 degree centigrade, and they grow 3 centimeter in a week, which is the normal size for harvesting. In the third week, the first flesh mushroom can be harvested. Then preservation, discoloration, weight and flavor. Discoloration, weight and flavor mushroom. The following are the method used to increase their life. The following methods are used to increase their life. And different methods of preservation: freezing, drying, canning, vacuum cooling, gamma radiation, and storing at 15 degree centigrade. I repeat, methods of preservation are freezing, drying, canning, vacuum cooling, gamma radiation, and storing at 15 degree centigrade. நம்ம method of preservation படிச்சோம் இல்லையா, first health and hygiene ல. அந்த ஹைஜீன்ல அந்த ஃபுட் ப்ரிசர்வேஷன் நம்ம படிக்கிறது இந்த freezing, drying, canning, vacuum cooling and gamma radiation and storing at 15 degree irradiation ஒரு மெத்தட் படிச்சோம் இல்லையா அந்த மாதிரி மெத்தட்ஸ் ஆஃப் ப்ரிசர்வேஷன் வந்து இந்த மஷ்ரூம்க்கு I hope you are following. So in the mushroom cultivation and the types of fertilizer, as I already said, it is important 5-mark question. The next one, hydroponics. Hydroponics otherwise is called soilless culture. தண்ணி மண் இல்லாம செடி வளர முடியும். That is hydroponics. It is a method of growing plants without soil using mineral nutrient solution in water. It is a mineral nutrient solution. The apparatus வந்து hydroponics apparatus னு சொல்லுவா. The containers are made of glass, metal or plastic. இந்த இதுதான் இந்த square rectangle மாதிரி இருக்குல்ல அதுதான் container. It may be as glass, metal or plastic. They range in size from small pots for individual plants to huge tank for large scale growing. அதாவது சின்ன ஒரே ஒரு செடி தான் we are going to plant na we can have a small tank, otherwise we can use a bigger one, right? Then it was demonstrated by a German botanist Julius von Sachs in the year 1980. Recent வந்தது. A German botanist Julius von Sachs in 1980. And hydroponics is successfully employed for the commercial production of seedless cucumber and tomato. Cucumber na வெள்ளரிக்காயில அந்த seedless form வந்து cucumberல டொமேட்டோவும் இந்த மெத்தட்ல grow பண்ணலாம். So here இது வந்து நியூட்ரியன்ட் வாட்டர் நியூட்ரியன்ட் இதா இருக்கும். So இந்த டைமரை வச்சு we should allow to grow இந்த டேங்க்ல பிளான்ட்ஸ் இருப்பார் இந்த ட்ரிப்பர் மெத்தட்ல ட்ரிப் லைன் ட்ரிப்பர் மெத்தட் பிளான்ட் இருக்குல்ல அது வந்து grow பண்றது இதுல இருந்து சப்ளை பண்றது. This is forming a reservoir. இதுல இருந்து பிளான்ட்டுக்கு சப்ளை பண்றது. என்னது வாட்டர் அலோன். ஏன்னா இது வந்து சாயில்லெஸ் கல்ச்சர். நமக்கு வந்து இந்த மெக்கானிசம் வந்து நமக்கு சொல்லலை, ஜஸ்ட் டயக்ராம் மட்டும் புரிஞ்சுக்கோ. Plants are suspended with their roots submerged in water that contain plant nutrients. இது plants are submerged in water. இந்த மாதிரி இது போய்க்கிறது. And plants are suspended with their roots submerged in water that contain plant nutrients. The roots absorb water and nutrients but do not perform anchoring function. The roots it will absorb water alone but anchoring அதாவது fixation வந்து soil கிடையாது, அதனால fixation will not take part of the anchoring, right? Therefore plants must mechanically supported from the above. This is for hydroponics. What are the advantages? Conservation of water and nutrients, controlled plant growth. In deserts and Arctic region, hydroponics can be effective alternative method. This is a 5-mark question. I hope you could follow this. Another one diagram para. This is hydroponics. Importance வந்து conservation of water and nutrients, controlled plant growth. In deserts and Arctic region, hydroponics can be effective alternative method. This is for hydroponics. The next one, it is aeroponics. Diagram paru. Aeroponic system is a high-tech hydroponic gardening. It is a aeroponic system is a high-tech type of hydroponic gardening. அதே மாதிரி தான் ஏர் பண்றது. The growth medium in this type is primarily air. The roots hang in the air and misted with nutrient solution. இதெல்லாம் roots. It hangs in air and misted with the mist noise இல்ல இந்த மாதிரி இது போய்க்கிறது misted with the solution. So I repeat, the aeroponic system is a high-tech type of hydroponic gardening. The growth medium in this type is primarily air. The roots hang in the air and are misted with the nutrient solution. In the roots and it is misted with the nutritive solution. The blue color the nutritive solution. The roots will dry out rapidly if the misting cycles are interrupted. And the nutritive and the nutritive nozzle otherwise it will be interrupted. So the maintain panna a control timer is kept. A timer control the nutrient pump much like other type of hydroponic system, except aeroponic system needs a short cycle timer that runs the pump for a few seconds for every couple of minutes. Konja gap it every couple of minutes gap it it should be allowed to grow. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is aeroponic. The diagram konjam paathuko adula and content and labeling allana and mari edu mist nozzle enga root thongarudhu adella namma ketukalam. Sure. The next one is aquaponics. First aeroponic and aquaponic. First one the hydroponic water soilless culture. அடுத்தது வந்து aeroponics the reference to air. Now third one is aquaponics with the reference to water again. Aquaponics is a system of combination of conventional aquaculture with the hydroponics in a symbiotic environment. Symbiosis na enna sollirken, they are mutually benefited. Okay, so aquaponics is a system of combination of conventional aquaculture with the hydroponics in a symbiotic environment in which plants are fed with aquatic animal excreta or waste. The blue color the fish, small microorganisms, they are called zooplankton. So in the content nutrient content the pipe arrow mark in the plants supply ஆகுது. அதே மாதிரி இங்க இருந்து அதுல இருந்து இது இந்த water இது வந்து இங்க இருந்து கீழே விடும். Just follow the arrow mark here. It goes here. Okay, so the waste are broken down by nitrifying bacteria initially into nitrites and later into nitrates that are utilized by the plant as nitrogen nutrients. இது வந்து ரொம்ப important. இதை படிச்சுக்கோ. The animal excreta or waste, they are broken down by nitrifying bacteria into nitrites and nitrates, and they are utilized by the plants for their nutrients. Thus, the waste are utilized and water is recirculated back to the aquaculture system. Adan the water inge marudiyum keezhe vandurudhu illaya, adan recirculated. Okay, so I repeat, aquaponics is a system of combination of conventional aquaculture with hydroponics in a symbiotic environment in which plants are fed with the aquatic animal excreta or waste. These waste are broken down by nitrifying bacteria initially and they are converted into nitrites and nitrates, and these are utilized by the plants as nutrients. Thus the waste are utilized and water is recirculated back into the aquaculture system. So here aquaponics consists of two main parts: aquaculture for raising aquatic animals like fish and hydroponics for raising plants. So idella raising aquaculture animals, அதாவது zooplankton, இதெல்லாம் phytoplankton. So இங்க இருந்து arrow mark இங்க இருந்து follow பண்ணிக்கோ, and then from here water is drained down again, recycled otherwise. So here aquaponics consists of two main parts: aquaculture for raising aquatic animals like fish and hydroponics for raising plants. Green leafy vegetables like Chinese cabbage, lettuce, basil, basil na tulsi, coriander, parsley, spinach, and vegetables like tomato, capsicum, chili, bell pepper na manatakali, bell peppers, sweet potato, cauliflower, broccoli, eggplant na brinjal can be grown in aquaponics. What are the plants? Green leafy vegetables like Chinese cabbage, lettuce, basil, coriander, parsley, spinach, and vegetables like tomato, capsicum, chilies, bell pepper, sweet potato, cauliflower, broccoli, and eggplant can be grown in aquaponics. I hope you are able to follow this. So this heading, hydroponics, aeroponic and aquaponic, these are all soilless culture. Idhula aquaponics important படிச்சுக்கோ, hydroponics important 5 mark. I hope you could follow this. And then biofertilizer in the economic biology botany portion la biofertilizer முதல்ல படிச்சிருக்கணும். And then அதில் எல்லா டைப்பும் 5 மார்க்குக்கு வரும். இந்த முதல்ல front portion as pomology, olericulture, under that the 3 types, floriculture, then landscape gardening, இதெல்லாம் short answersக்கு படிச்சுக்கோ. And then manure வந்து you should know about farmyard manure. As I said, it is for important MCQ. And then green manure examples பாரு, அது உனக்கு தெரியணும். And then இது பேர் என்ன, drugs obtained from medicinal plants, as I said, you should know all about the Tamil name, botanical name, drug obtained, and the disease cured. And then as I said, mushroom culture important 5 mark. I hope you are able to follow this. In the diagram and just ஒரு நிமிஷம் go through பண்ணேன் for aquaponics and hydroponics. நீ book refer பண்ணு, accordingly we will do. I hope you understand. Just go through பண்ண diagram. Just 2 minutes. So this is for aquaponics. I hope you understand. So next we'll continue in the next video session about the zoology part of the economic biology. We'll continue in the next session. I hope you understand. இதெல்லாமே கண்டிப்பா examples go through பண்ணிருக்கணும். Thank you.